It's 5 clear for Steve Gordon, and in second place, Dancehall now finishing well. A furlong and a half to go, but they've got it all on to catch Old Vic, who's clear of Dancehall in second place. Galetto is third, and this is Old Vic striding up to the line, giving Steve Gordon his first French derby, our first French derby, and at the line, Old Vic, an impressive winner. Dancehall is second, Galetto is third, Norvetto is fourth.
And well-bred English gentlemen like myself are maintaining the elegant Chantilly tradition. But while we've got mad cow disease, it's far worse over here. There's coughing in Chantilly, especially Andre Favre's yard. And that's bad news for anti-post backers of Wadge. A 5-to-1 chance in the Oaks, due to be ridden by Pat Edery. Wadge misses the race. And a non-runner in the Prix Du Jockey Club is the bottom one, number 13, Vert Bleu, also coughing. Now, before Old Vic last year, we'd had 5 horses placed only out of 18 challengers for the French Derby, and the national tipsters certainly don't rate our trio. Here they're collated in the Paris turf, and 33 go for a Vert Bleu to become the 16th favourite to win since 1956, and 3 opt for Intim East. And there are only 3 votes spread among 2 of our challengers, Sanglamour and Theatrical Charmer.
Pat Edery looking round. I don't think he's going to have to work very hard for this. It's Theatrical Charmer in the lead, going clear by 2. Rudy's Fantasy is going to be pressed by Dorset Duke close home, but it's Theatrical Charmer all the way. Pay. Dorset Duke comes in to take second, and Rudy's Fantasy is third.
He is a class horse, that's for sure.
Because the form doesn't add up to very much at the moment. Why do you say he's so decent?
Feel. The way he works. Very exciting. The only thing wrong today is that he's only had 2 races. He's never sort of been in amongst horses before, and I suppose he will be today. He'll be sort of lacking in the experience of racing. Not going fast or anything, but the actual experience of racing will be the only thing that will be in his disadvantage.
This race, and it's Sanglamour on the right and Coringa Bay on the left, and Sanglamour and Coringa Bay, there's not much between them, and Shan is beaten, and it's the progressive Sanglamour going on from Coringa Bay and Anshan up toward the line, and Sanglamour wins it from Coringa Bay, a big race a second.
And Vardy go on the outside, then Dovsky beginning a run. Marwazi has plenty to do, then Sleets Gear spinning, tackled by Anvari on the near side as they hit the furlong pole, and it's Anvari who quickens up to take the lead. Anvari leads, spinning in second, then catch 22 and Dovsky, but as they race up to the line, it's Anvari the leader from Spinning and Dovsky are out of the home train poles here as Anvari goes through to win it for Clive Britton by about 3 lengths.
Now a look at the unbeaten French-trained favourite, Vert Bleu.
And Tarvisio with the lead from Luton Chanteur. Here on the wide outside, the blue jacket comes Vert Bleu. Behind that one is Bleu de France. And it's now Tarvisio pressed hard by Vert Bleu, who's making great strides down the centre of the track. And it's Vert Bleu who quickens the tempo and goes on by a length to Tarvisio, with Diablo caught back in third. But Vert Bleu wins it very tidily indeed.
Just at the post now, and they're calling even money. Levels, you devils. That's the price on the Paris Mutuelle against the Vert Bleu, and the reason for the drift is the heavy support from the Brits for Theatrical Charmer, who opened 11-to-1 here on the track, is now 4.6-to-1. That's the latest show, Theatrical Charmer, and it's shortening all the time. And you remember last year when Old Vic won, he was back from 13-to-1 down to 4.7-to-1. Sheikh Mohammed's pair coupled, and Vari and Panoramic, they're out a fraction to 5.8-to-1. There's been some money from Sanglamour, 10.5-to-1, into 9.4-to-1. The French horses are all drifting because of the support, mainly for the English horses and for a Vert Bleu. But with the Franks pouring on the favourite, I can tell you one thing, there's going to be a lot of cases of mad frog disease if Le Vert Bleu doesn't hop in.
Like most of the Wildenstein young stock,
So that's What a Rome going in. That's what they're lined up. And they break away. On the extreme right is Delistan. On the extreme left with the noseband is Mashari. And as they come to the first furlong, it's Mashari, tracked by Panoramic. On the far side of Delistan, also up at the pace, is What a Rome. Just in behind them comes Top Waltz. And Blash is there prominently too in the yellow jacket in the centre of the picture. So through the first quarter mile, and it's Mashari leading by about half a length to Blash on the inside. A racing third is Delistan, and with that one, What a Rome. Then comes Top Waltz, and at this stage, Theatrical Charmer is nearer last and first, and Sanglamour is plumb last, and they've gone through the first 3 furlongs. and it's Mashari leading by about half a length. Blash in the yellow colours is second. Artemis now comes to be third, with Panoramic and Anvari sharing mid-division spot. Then Epervier Bleu, top waltz. Water Worms in the red jacket on the wide outside, just tracking Adelistan. And it's still that one's pacemaker leading from in second place Blash, and the field trail back to Theatrical Charmer, who's second from last. Last of all is Sanglamore, and they've got under a mile left to race. And it's Mashari leading by half a length to Blash in second. Then running next to the rails is Panoramic, with Anvari on the outside of him. Artemis is bang there too. And then Guadalajara making great strides on the outside. And Sanglamore is still last. They head down towards the halfway stage in the Prix Du Jockey Club Lancia. And it's still now Blash going on in the yellow jacket from Mashari in second place. Top Waltz in the blue and red comes to be third on the wide outside. Rome shows 4, and then Anvari 5. Epervier Bleu is making ground on the outside of Antemis. Panoramic is looking for room on the inner. Then comes Sanglamore and El Deristan, and then behind that one is Passing Sail, and Theatrical Charmer is still nearer last and first as they sweep round the final bend. And it's Blash who hugs those rails. Top Waltz on the outside of him. Wide in red is Rome, and then behind these comes Anvari with a sash. Epervier Bleu is 3 from the right of the picture. Deristan is coming with a run too, but they're well in line for home inside the final quarter mile, and Top Waltz going on. Here comes Panoramic in the white sleeves, coming with a big run. Epervier Bleu in the light blue cap, followed by El Deristan, and then behind these, Sanglamore and Panaderie really start to get into gear. They're inside the final furlong, and Epervier Bleu, the French favourite, now pressed on the inside by Sanglamore. Epervier Bleu and Sanglamore with a Deristan back in third, and Sanglamore's driving hard, and Sanglamore takes the lead as they race up towards the line. Sanglamore's going to win it. Sanglamore is a winner from Epervier Bleu second, with a Deristan in third, and then behind these Top Waltz in 4 and Panoramic 5, and then Theatrical Charmer mid-division. And so a great triumph this in the Prix Du Jockey Club Lancia for number 1 Sanglamore in the colours of Khalid Abdullah. This one trained by Roger Charlton and ridden by
Epervier Bleu, 1 franc 30. Delistan pays 3 francs 80. The forecast